So yes, I left dentistry. So what is the reason why I left dentistry? Well, we are going to talk about it. So let's go. Let me actually go back to how I started in dentistry. So I've been working in dentistry for 7 years. I started off as a front desk. I've liked the fact that it was, it was a chill job. I was working in retail before, and so that was a big different shift, right? So the first thing that I liked was that I didn't have to go through all the crazy hours. Sometimes I would work at the retail store from like either I work in the morning or in the evening, and sometimes like in the evening I will be getting off like around 11. And then working as a front desk, the hours, they were pretty good. I was working at a dental office at the mall. So, and at the time I had two jobs. So I had the seasonal retail store that was about to end. So that's why I was looking for a different job. So I will work at the retail store. I will get off. I will go on a little break around the mall or whatever. And then I'll go to the dental office because it was all at the mall. So I would go at the dental office. I will sit down and literally do nothing. Like the girl that was there in the morning, she did everything. She verified the insurances. She took care of all the administration stuff that needed to be done for the day. And I would just literally just answer the phone or just sit down and do nothing, like literally. So that was my dental office job there. And I did learn a little bit about verifying like Medicaid and things like that, because that's really easy. So I learned that. But other than that, I didn't really do anything. And so after that, I went into, after eight months of being there, I went to another dental office, which in that office, I did everything. I did everything that you had to do as a front desk. They taught me everything. I verified insurances, I checked in patients, I checked them out. Well, I didn't check them out, somebody else did it. But I checked in patients. I was calling patients. I did everything that needed to be done as a front desk. But one thing is that I never really got good at it. Not that I was, bad at it, but I've never saw like progress. It wasn't really my thing. I don't know what it was. The front desk at a dental office, it can be very stressful because you are answering phones and also if you're verifying an insurance, you are, sometimes you get a phone call and you have to answer that and you have to put the insurance on hold. You have to tell the person in the insurance, hey, can I put you on hold? So you're answering the phone to a patient and hoping that the insurance person doesn't hang up. Or sometimes you're on hold with the insurance, and so you have to pick up the phone for that patient. So you're finished with the patient, and then you go back to the insurance call where you were on hold, and you find out that an insurance person actually already picked up, and I guess no one was answering, and they hung up. That was that. If you're good at that, you're good at managing all of those stuff. Basically you kind of under pressure. So if you're good at being under pressure and handling a lot of things at once, then that is your job. But it wasn't my job. Although if you do want to try it, don't be scared. Try it. You might end up being good at it. So don't let that discourage you. So I never really moved up to other duties in front desk. They always kept me as a check-in. I never moved up to check out, which is more difficult, okay? Because you're really dealing with people's money. You're dealing more with the doctor, right? He's telling you what to prescribe the patient or like what to treatment plan the patient. So you're more in contact, with the doctor. So that's more pressure. So, and then billing, I wasn't I never did billing, so they never said, hey, you should do billing. So I always just didn't check it. And the worst part is that they will put me in the office, because there were 3 offices, right? In one of the offices, there was nobody there. So there was nobody there, and there were days they only had like one day where the office was open. And so that was that. I would work there for most of the time. It was very chill. They needed someone to be there, so they'll put me. You will say, oh, it's a blessing in disguise that you're there by yourself. You don't get a lot of work. It probably, maybe, right? It had its benefits, right? But that's where I was. And so then the pandemic came. And so like a lot of girls that were dental assistants, they left the office. And so that's when I had the opportunity to just kind of work in the back. I didn't really like working as a front desk. I didn't like that part of the dental field. I just didn't. It just wasn't my thing. It paid the bills, and I was just there doing that because of that. But I did not like it at all. I never ended up liking it. And so they gave me the opportunity to work in the back. I was cleaning the rooms, and I was more than happy to do it, right? Because it's a very important job, because you keep things going. But sometimes there's a lot of patients, and the girls need help cleaning the rooms and setting them up. So I would do that. And so I was fine with that. It was a Saturday morning, where it's the busiest, right? And so I did that all day. And at the end of the day, I was really tired, but I felt good. I said, wow, I feel really good. I'm tired, but I kind of enjoy my day. And I really did. And so little by little, the doctor just kept just pushing me. Hey, we need this and to be done in the back. Hey, can you do this cleaning? Hey, can you assist me here with this cleaning? Hey, can you do this? Hey, can you do that? And just little by little, I was just getting more knowledgeable in the back. They started training me, taking x-rays. They started training me for polishing teeth. I became a regular in the back, and I went on to get my certification. I didn't really tell anybody. My sister was already a dental assistant, so she did her certification online, and she gave me the information, and I just kind of started doing it online. I would get up in the morning and do 1 hour and of the lesson. I just kept on going, and I finished, I think, within a month. This was after what? This was my 4th year in dentistry. At that point, right, I was a dental assistant for like 3 years. I really truly enjoy being a dental assistant. It was, I have had bad days, but overall, I really enjoyed that career. I became really good at talking with patients. I became really good at reading x-rays. It was mentally stimulating, so I really enjoyed that career. In my 3rd year, I was thinking of getting another job, another dental assistant position at another office. It was just a thought. It wasn't because I didn't like, where I was working. I liked where I was working. I already kind of became comfortable talking with the doctors. I already became comfortable talking with my coworkers. So I already knew the flow of the office. The only thing was money. That's it. I was just looking for a higher paying position. That's why I thought about maybe working at another dental office, right? Like I said, at this point, it was just a thought. Someone that I knew had like a startup company, right? And so they were needing someone in the administration side, someone that would take care of the billing, the invoicing, the bookkeeping, all that stuff, right? That was something new to me. I've never really done that. Although I did do a little bit of administrative work when I was a front desk. is very different from that. So, but I said it was a new year, and I was already thinking about, you know, maybe looking for another job. And I said, and it was going to be a work from home job as well. So it was definitely going to be something very different, like a big shift. I said, fine, why don't I try it? I decided to take the job. It's a new year, right? It's something different. It's a fresh start. So like, let me give myself this opportunity. In all honesty, the dental assisting career, it's personally, I really enjoyed it. Like I said, I really did have bad days sometimes, but I can't say that I did not like the career. The dental assistant career was great, but I knew that I did not want to do it forever. I wanted to maybe like do something more, not stable, but something, I guess, more stable, where you could get paid more. So I said, maybe this is a time where I try something different. And so I took the opportunity that was presented to me, and that's what I'm doing right now. I do have my temping dental assisting app open. Sometimes I do get jobs here and there, but not often. It's just another source of income, right? So I still want to keep it active. And like I said, right now I am doing the bookkeeping position, and so far, well, I'll let you know how that's going, but maybe I can do that for another video. But yeah, that's how I'm not doing dental assisting at the moment anymore. Do I miss it sometimes? Yes, I kind of do miss sometimes. Like I said, the job that I'm doing right now is very different from dental assisting. So I really like that with dental assisting, it was very hands-on. You're very much in control on how fast you finish and how or how long you want to take, right, to get things done. And right here with bookkeeping, you never know how long you're gonna take. But anyways, thank you so much for watching my video. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.